कि खुशी से मर न जाते तो एतबार अगर एतबार होता। जय हिंद सर।
धन्यवाद। वंदना चवन जी।
Yes, sir, from the Lok Sabha gallery.
Okay.
Thank you, Vice Chairman, sir. In the extremely limited time at my disposal, I choose to confine my submissions.
Now I have come to the others. You all have 5 minutes only because we will have to complete the debate today.
Sir, that is why I'm taking
Yes,
reference
please.
of my
Please
paper as soon as possible. So I choose to confine my submissions only to urban development component in the budget 22-23. Sir, we have a terrible scenario in our country as far as the cities are concerned. Polluted rivers, deteriorating air quality, dumps of garbage, huge deficit in basic amenities, and
Vandana
many
ji,
more.
आप बैठ के भी बोल सकते हैं.
Sir, if you can hear me, it's okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. No, I'm better off standing. So what we need is what the Habitat 2 called a revolution in urban problem solving. Sir, nothing else less will work. So several studies in our country, right from the time when Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi ji set up a National Commission on Urbanization to study the urban issues, or in 2011, the high-powered expert committee which estimated the amount of investment required, or the committee of experts in town and planning which said what is the kind of man-force that is required for, and the latest report of reforms in urban planning capacity in India. All these documents, sir, spell out that the urgency to address cities. And on that count, sir, I congratulate the Finance Minister who seeks to steer a paradigm change to reimagine our cities, only with a hope and prayer that this does not remain a false and half-hearted promise like many others of the government in the past. Sir, she has spelled out several issues which I don't wish to say because they are already in her speech, but I would like to make 6 suggestions for the government's kind consideration. So one, I would like to suggest a National Commission on Urbanization and the constitution of state commissions on urbanization. So we cannot forget that urbanization is a dynamic process and is continuously throwing at us new challenges. It would be good if a statutory body in the form of a National Commission of Urbanization is constituted by a legislation which will continually study, monitor trends of urbanization. And similarly, since local governments is a state subject, a equivalent state commission for urbanization. My second point, sir, is that there should be constitution of a special cadre for municipal services, just like we have the Indian Administrative Services, Indian Foreign Services, Indian Revenue Services. Similarly, a separate cadre for municipal services is absolutely required, considering the fact that municipal corporations now require urban planners, economists, management personnel, ecologists, geologists, experts on water and environment, and all these are missing at the moment. My third point, sir, is encourage public participation. In order to make our cities livable, efficient, productive, sustainable, resilient, inclusive, people-centric, and techno-savvy, we need experts from different fields to understand the know-how. Point number 4, sir, urban land issues, social and natural features need to be taken into consideration. Land is one of the most important resources in every city, and there is need to address urban land issues beyond real estate, so as to address equity, disparity, and inclusion, and further for the protection of natural features, water bodies, and the biodiversity. Point number 5, sir, setting up an urban employment guarantee scheme on the lines of Manrega. So we have seen the plight of migrant workers and urban poor during the lockdowns. Schemes for the urban poor on the lines of Manrega will greatly help to address issues of joblessness and unemployment. Services such as arrest of degradation of environment, plantation and conservation of trees, and programs like Swachh Bharat Abhiyan would definitely could be a part of this. And my last point, sir, mandate annual reports on the status of environment from the ULBs, and further mandate preparation for plans for climate change, its mitigation and adaptation. Several members have said how their cities got impacted by torrential rains and storms. Sir, in this respect, I wish to draw the attention of the government to Schedule 12 of the 74th Amendment, which says that protection of environment, promotion of ecological aspects, and urban forestry are responsibilities of the municipal corporations. However, there is no mechanism to monitor what they are doing. And therefore, I urge that the Honorable Minister make certain budgetary provisions for local governments which have paucity of funds to make sure that they can do this. And I would also say that this could amount to be your first step, ma'am, in making the urban development meaningful and also a first step in the creation of awareness in the direction of enhancing the understanding of carbon neutral cities. To conclude, sir, we are aware that cities are engines of growth. Cities occupy 3% of the nation's land, and their contribution to the GDP is a whopping 60%. This is expected to raise to 75% by 2030. To realize our goal of the $5 trillion economy by 2025, and for job creation for our youth, our cities will have to be strengthened sustainably and for its people at the center. As someone has rightly said, cities have the capability of providing something for everybody, only because and only when they are created by everybody. So, in conclusion, at the rate at which our cities are growing, at the rate at which they are deteriorating, I consider this is our last chance. Not only are our cities in the ICUs, they are on ventilators. And therefore, we cannot afford to go wrong. Thank you, sir, for giving me
Thank
time.
you.
Thank you.
The